Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you're well. In a recent meeting between Saudi Arabia and the US, Saudi Arabia conveyed to the United States that it would refrain from establishing diplomatic ties with Israel unless the establishment of a Palestinian state occurs, as stated by the Saudi Foreign Ministry. The kingdom further classified that normalization hinges on the cessation of Israeli aggression and the complete withdrawal of all forces from the Gaza Strip. The kingdom has communicated its firm position to the U.S. administration that there will be no diplomatic relations with Israel unless an independent Palestinian state is recognized on the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital, the statement said. Saudi Arabia also urged the permanent members of the UN Security Council to accelerate the recognition of the Palestinian state. Apart from Saudi Arabia, many other nations are now turning their backs on the state of Israel and are also taking appropriate actions. Germany, which was until very recently a staunch supporter of Israel, has declared sanctions upon the Israeli settlers, such as a travel ban prohibiting entry into Europe amid the increase of violence against the Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. On Monday, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz criticized Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during a phone conversation, describing the situation of Palestinians in Gaza as very concerning and highlighting the pressing necessity to enhance access to humanitarian assistance. The citizens of the US and EU, previously counted among Israel's supporters, are now able to look through the intentions of Israel. Over 800 currently serving civil servants from the United States and Europe have urged an end to their respective governments' diplomatic and military backing of Israel. They argue that such support from the US and EU could potentially exacerbate serious violation of international law, war crimes, and even acts of ethnic cleansing. The call for the establishment of an independent Palestinian state is not solely advocated by Arab nations. Spain has also joined in, condemning Israel for its aggression towards Gaza. Earlier, in an interview of Sky News with Sibi Haravelli, the Israeli ambassador to the UK boastfully and shamelessly said that the answer of a two-state solution is an absolute no.
I think the biggest question is what type of Palestinians are on the other side. This is what Israel realized on 7th of October. The answer is absolutely no, and I'll tell you why. Because at the moment, I'll answer to you. The reason there is no peace is because the Palestinians...
Without offering a state to Palestine, how can there be peace?
Israel knows today, and the world should know now, the reason the Oslo Accords failed is because the Palestinians never wanted to have a state next to Israel. They want to have a state from the river to the sea.
The solution is dead.
Why are you obsessed with a formula that never worked, that created this radical people in the other side? Why are you obsessed with that?
But now we see that not many are satisfied with their answer. Now we are witnessing a shift of support and solidarity from the state of Israel to the Palestinians, not only because of the horrors that Israel commits in broad daylight in Gaza and the occupied West Bank, but also because of the open display of hatred by the Israeli politicians towards the Palestinians. The normalization of the deal between Saudi Arabia and Israel was considered to be the deal of the century. Saudi Arabia's recognition of the state of Israel was considered one of the biggest moves and a blow to the dream of a Palestinian state. But alongside Saudi Arabia, now we see that a list of countries have joined in accusing Israel of its atrocities and also voicing their support for the Palestinian state. Israel is trying with all its might to destroy the state of Palestine by using aggressive military operations on the innocent Palestinians. But they are failing miserably in destroying the dream of the state of Palestine, which is in itself a great victory for the Palestinians and for all Muslims worldwide. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant victory to the Palestinians. Ameen.